understand what he wanted us to do early on. We only had maybe 2 or 3 full training sessions, a lot of video sessions, but I think today you saw glimpses of what we should be expecting under Coach Eric Schell. Talking about players, Victor Osimhen is a fantastic player. I think he's among the world best, together with Ademola Lookman, Africa's best player. But I don't want to single out anyone. I think today's performance was a collective performance. Just as important were the players that came off the bench. We had debutant with Tolu, who I think came on fantastic. Players that played out of position, like Yusuf, who came in and played right back. And I could go on and go on. So there's a real team spirit. I think that was something that we had already before, and I think that is part of the generation of Super Eagles that you're seeing now.
It was a difficult game because Rwanda has a great team. I know the coach; he's a good coach. We make a great game too. I'm so happy and proud for my players, for my guys, for Nigerian people. We work a lot during one week, uh, 2 training session, but lots of video session, lot of information for my players. So we had the game plan, and the players make this great game plan. So for me, I think the victory, the win, it's normal.
The game against Rwanda wasn't easy. We faced them several times now, and it's a team that we respect. We said that in the press conference before the game also. Like the coach said, we tried to understand what he wanted us to do early on. We only had maybe 2 or 3 full training sessions, a lot of video sessions, but I think today you saw glimpses of what we should be expecting under Coach Eric Schell. Talking about players, Victor Osimhen is a fantastic player. I think he's among the world best, together with Ademola Lookman, Africa's best player. But I don't want to single out anyone. I think today's performance was a collective performance. But the players that came off the bench, we had debutant with Tolu, who I think came on fantastic. Players that played out of position, like Yusuf, who came in and played right back. And I could go on and go on. So there's a real team spirit. I think that was something that we had already before, and I think that is part of
Animal! Recovery. Animal!
That's what you get when the Super Eagles arrive so well. When they get the result right, everybody knows how it can be. That's the celebration you expect. That's the celebration you want to get. That's just what it is. I mean, the magical display. Our football guys coming alive to do what they love to do. I mean, what more can be said about the Super Eagles? Another weekend of very, very kickoff time to talk football on the show about the Super Eagles. They got it right yesterday against a Rwanda side, must-win game, ended in favor of the Super Eagles. And if I had my bell on the show, I would have just kept ringing, and I'll keep ringing and never stop ringing for the Super Eagles. But one man stole the show yesterday. He's no other name but Victor Osimhen. Welcome. My name is Kizzy K, and this is the weekend kickoff right here on Voice of the People TV. We'll start with the news from the Super Eagles camp, how far it went yesterday, and also what's really trending at this point in time. How are we going to play come Tuesday, where we'll play against Zimbabwe? So a whole lot of talk point on the show today. Well, we start off with the first one. We're on loan to Galatasaray. Napoli forward Victor Osimhen emerged as the hero of Nigeria's senior national team, scoring both goals, 2-0 victory over Rwanda, and that game happened in Kigali. Celebrations. That match marked Osimhen's debut in the World Cup qualifier after missing the first 4 games, and he showcased his goal-scoring skill by netting the opener in the 11th minute, converting a perfectly placed free kick from Ademola Lookman. And then he struck again, capitalizing on the header, and intercepted very well from that one. Samuel Chukwueze by beating his defense in the ball, and just delicate move, lifting it past the guy, and then dinking the goalkeeper. And that one went to the Nigerian side. But I tell you, this victory was Nigeria's first in the qualifier, and also marked the debut of new Super Eagles head coach Eric Chell, who took over in February, following the tenure of Pesero, who lost against, he didn't get the result against Zimbabwe and also Lesotho. We struggled. Finidi George came in. South Africa, Benin Republic, we know the story. But you talk about the Nigerian Super Eagles, what more can be said about Victor Osimhen? Let's quickly bring you the way the table looks right now. But welcome again. My name is Kizzy K. Let's do this. Now, the table and how you see how it stands at this point. The Super Eagles, who is on top, who is coming next, who is coming third, who is coming fourth, where's Nigeria? 6 points now, and then I begin to look for Rwanda. So we'll bring it out there one, the table of the lineup. You have South Africa, you have Lesotho, you have Nigeria. So you want to know how it stands at that point, and that's just what you have on your screen. You can see for yourself. Nigeria Group C, game played, match day 5 for yesterday. Now, this is what you have. South Africa on top. Benin Republic after that 2-2 against Zimbabwe. Rwanda, all of a sudden, still remains 7 points. I never expected that anyways. Nigeria, Lesotho, Zimbabwe. So Zimbabwe, I don't really think they're trying to help themselves. But for Nigeria Super Eagles, this we said, they need to win all of their games, must-win matches, and they have to get it right. And at this point now, you can say Nigeria have what it takes to go to the World Cup. On Tuesday, game will be very, very valid. And then where we play, we see Nigeria playing against Zimbabwe. But what's the motivation? What does it look like in camp? Let's bring you a clip about that. The celebration yesterday after that game. These guys were really, really on fire. They were celebrating. Tolu Arokodare was even crying like a baby, like making his debut. And what more? You're celebrating that one. And I'm happy to share with you that the Super Eagles of Nigeria got that result right yesterday. 2-0 away from home. Watch this video. This is what happened yesterday after that very game. Just enjoy this one. We'll be back shortly.
You did cry. You are crying. Really? No, but you cried. You are crying. Really? No, by pink clips, so you did cry. You did cry. You are crying. Really? No, by pink clips.
You can hear the question. You're crying. I don't know. The last time I saw a celebration like this was in Madrid camp. Antonio Rudiger likes to dance. Some of those dance, but That's Tolu Arokodare you have there crying like a baby. I understand what it takes to make your debut. And, you know, even though he did not score, but short time, big game, big match, World Cup qualifier. Great to see that man involved. But I have my man just behind the scene. We have a guest who will be joining us virtually all the way from Edo State, Benin, to be exact, in the person of Egosa. If you have Egosa now, please, let's have a chit-chat with Egosa. Egosa, if you're here, good morning. Great to have you. Are you doing all right?
Good morning, Kizike. Good morning, Nigerians. It's nice to be here once again. Thank you.
You sound very excited after that result yesterday. Victor Osimhen still in the show. I mean, he's been literally out of the qualifiers, but he returned back yesterday and showed the world that, yes, this is me, Victor Osimhen. I need to make a mark. And guess what? It was just not exceptional. He was extraordinary yesterday. But that game, 2-0 after the whole lot of talk. If they tell you say that match go end like that, you go believe him. Say the one and not go score and go.
Thank you very much, my brother. If they tell me say that match go end yesterday like that, because considering the way the Super have been lackluster in their performance in the 3 previous matches, drawing all of the 3 previous matches, it has been very discouraging. But yesterday, the Super Eagles of Nigeria flew and soared high with their excellent performance. If you see the way the boys played in the 90 minutes, they were fantastic with their advancement of play. They are clinical. Their counter attacks, they were precise. The passing around the midfield is becoming more mobile and functional, because before now, we used to complain that the Nigerian midfield was no longer fluid. But I can tell you, with the performance that the Nigerian Super Eagles put on yesterday, it puts smiles in Nigerians across the world. And you and I know that football is one unifying factor that helps to bring together and bind Nigerians across all levels of human endeavor together, because football is the umbrella that unites all Nigerians across. And it is the joy that Nigerians at this point in time can get in the country and even in the diaspora. So the boys put on a very fantastic performance. Ademola Lookman was superb with the ball. Ndidi was very clinical with his defensive duties in the midfield. Trustekong was fantastic. Osayi was fantastic. And of course, our golden boy, one of the best strikers in the world at the moment, is Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen put on a superb performance yesterday. His clinical finishes were superlative. Victor Osimhen is one striker in Nigeria that you cannot just take the game away from. And it was also another very beautiful way to give Eric Chell, the coach, a very beautiful debut as a Nigerian coach. And this posed a lot of great opportunities for the Souls team and for the Nigerian national team. So this is what we expect. This is what Nigerians are looking for at this point in time, because the most loved sport in Nigeria is football. Nigerians across the world do not joke with football. And the Super Eagles team yesterday made Nigerians proud, made the Federal Republic of Nigeria proud, and gave a redefinition of what football is, not just from the Nigerian nation, but from the African continent. I'm sure that every other national team across Africa now are beginning to make reference, positive reference, to the fantastic, excellent, and superlative display of the Super Eagles team that they put up yesterday. And by the grace of God, if they continue with this consistency in form, on Tuesday, Zimbabwe may be a walk away, because Nigeria, I can see the team spirit within the team. I can see the enthusiasm, the optimism to win. I can see that fire in the hearts and in the minds of the Super Eagles players. And if they continue like this, they are going to give the best of superlative performance consistently. And if we must qualify, we must consistently fix our eyes on the ball. The Super Eagles team at this point should not be distracted. The Super Eagles team at this point should be stay focused 100%, and they should know that boy that can. The only thing I can put on the faces of Nigerians now, especially those at home, are consistent victories in the qualifier, so that Nigerians going into the next World Cup can have hopes that they will not just qualify but advance to a considerable stage in the next World Cup.
I know that's the energy, like a transfer energy. I mean, well expected from Nigeria Super Eagles, a must-win game. That's the way to show character. That's the way to come alive. That's the way to know, to let people know that, yes, we want to be at the World Cup. I don't talk and be fine, I go talk and again. Nigerian players who get for that team, 98% of them never go World Cup before. So they know, like, it's a player's mentality at this point, not just about the coach. Eric Chell had a very decent debut. I know if I open, if it was a phone line show, and if I say, let's open the phone lines and let's start asking questions, do you believe that lineup will go that way? A lot of people will say no. He broke that, James. You cannot tell us that this is how we start. Nobody ever saw it coming. Who should have known that Brighter Side Samuel will play the right back position? Who should have known Ola Aina? He's played it before in Torino and Chelsea. Playing the left side. He's done that at Nottingham Forest. So it was a big game. Bruno Yemechi was on the bench, the Olympiacos guy. Now, when you look at Nigerian midfield, indeed, it was so coordinated. And it was a different Super Eagles. We are known to dominate. We are known to play the game. We are known to own the game. That's why they call us the Super Eagles. We don't want to play the Pesero style, so you play us and you dominate us. No. But it was about the calmness of the manager, Eric Chell. See, if not give me time, if not give me time, I could just analyze that Eric Chell. I know some people will say it's too early to talk about him, but he's got this in him before now. We saw him in Mali. Now, if he can play a transitional, dominating game with the Malian side, who have less quality like that of Nigeria, bro, what do you expect? When you have quality like Victor Osimhen, Lookman, Moses, now that start was amazing to say, truth be told. Samuel Chukwueze, a lot of people will say he won't get a start. But this is the manager. You know, see how Chukwueze, you know, see how he just the dance. You see how he dance. Not be say to play well, but it was not so bad. Now that's what the manager would do. Aroko Dario is crying. You see how you see the video, they cry. They cry like small picking, but I understand that feeling. When you get called up to the national team, when you get an ovation, when you get that note that the world is watching you play for your country, that's like a big jersey. That badge is big. Now, big badge with that. Now, he knew what it takes to be part of the team. And they were making mockery, say they cry, but he knows. Say one day, my work rate go pay off. Now you'll pay off soon. Now the corner. Now, it's about what's next for Nigeria. I like the start yesterday. Victor Osimhen, you see that guy? I don't know what I want to do for that guy. Osimhen, now player, if they play, you know the story, right? Osimhen plays with his body, his soul, spirit, and mind. He gives his all. Now, that second goal, now your boss match in 2 seconds. I never know Osimhen get that dinking power. He dinked God past the goalkeeper. Ntwari is a good goalkeeper. Ntwari, that boy, if you watch out for South African League, PSL is a big keep. But not before Osimhen. He intercepted. See, he had the touches of the ball very fantastic. Simon was his A game. Look, man, I don't know, so he has that calling. You know, if you the cross ball, you have the bend up. Nigeria was exceptional yesterday, that's what. But talk to me, Agosa. Let's look into the part of Eric Chell now. This is what Nigerians want to see. A manager that dominates the game, and now we are feeling like we are here. Even though if you look at that table now, you go see, say, where we did, never two, you know, never two makes sense. We see this somewhere, we still get 6 points, but it's about winning all your game. What are we expecting to play in Nigeria? Will it be a different ball game? Are you expecting the manager to get the same stats or possibly tweak the team again and then get the results in Zimbabwe on Tuesday?
For me, Eric Chell is doing a very good job by having a bright start with this host team. But we might expect a slight change in the team against Zimbabwe on Tuesday in Akwa Ibom State. Because I'm looking at the fluidity of that midfield. You know, bringing players like Moses Simon, Chukwueze, and Ademola Lookman, allowing Alex Iwobi to play a free role. I feel that Alex also improve his fluidity in that midfield, because the people that really made the game easy in Nigerian attack yesterday were Ademola Lookman, Chukwueze, Moses Simon, they were fantastic. I feel the Eric Chen still needs to look back to the drawing board to take the nature of our Nigerian midfield so that they can add more energy. If Iwobi can improve his energy value within the midfield, it will help to advance the team forward so that we can score more goals, because we don't just need 3 points on Tuesday, we need more goals. We need a situation where Nigeria can go into the game on Tuesday and score up to 3, 4, 5 goals. It is possible considering the new style of play and the way the manager began the match yesterday. If you notice the way the man began the match, he started with a 4-1-3-2 formation and it paid off because Ndidi did a very fantastic clinical job at the defensive midfield, at the heart of midfield. He held it down, and Ademola Lookman with his in-swing crosses, it was fantastic. So we need a little bit more from Alex Iwobi because he's playing a free role, but we need a situation where his free role can advance the Nigerian attack from the midfield more mobilely, more frequently, and we want a situation where the advancement of his own role will in turn make the midfield more formidable. Talking about the Nigerian attack, fantastic. Victor Osimhen knows how to disturb the defense. Victor Osimhen does not, and he also knows how to drop deep, because we are looking at the prolific nature of Victor Osimhen. Of course, the second goal was fantastic. However, another tactical approach that paid off yesterday, that I paid a very close attention to, is the ability of Victor Osimhen to drop deep, to help the team defend clinically as an attack, and before you know, he's up there waiting for area balls, looking for ways to be offensive with his attack, and constantly troubling the midfield of Rwanda. It was fantastic. So we need more going into the match Zimbabwe on Tuesday. If that if Iwobi shows more signs of improvement, fine, he can start with the team. But if he does not show more sign of improvement, there may be a little slight change in that midfield. But you see the likes of Ademola Lookman, Moses Simon, and Chukwu, those boys are fantastic. And
let me hold you there. Some people might want to go contrary to you. Some people might want to go. That's why it's your opinion. I mean, it's okay. When you talk about who was fantastic. Now, within the game yesterday, if you want to rate them by gameplay, will you rate Samuel Chukwueze ahead of Iwobi, like rating wise, for you yesterday?
I will rate Simon and Ademola Lookman ahead of those two boys.
No.
Because
the question is, would you rate Chukwueze higher than Alex Iwobi yesterday? I'm just asking. Generally.
Because it won't be going into generally, yes. There's a reason behind that. Chukwueze going into that game yesterday was more like an underdog. Many persons did not envisage that Chukwueze was going to start that match yesterday. In fact, that was why the guy was so emotional, having his own debut, his World Cup debut in the qualifiers, and putting up that kind of performance yesterday under Eric Chen. It shows that if he's consistent, if he's his form and it will become better. When compared to an Alex Iwobi that has been a constant starter in that midfield, playing a free role all the time.
Okay,
so I'm looking at a situation where he can Chukwueze, the likes of Chukwueze and Moses Simon can continuously improve their inputs into the game and become better over time.
Okay, so I understand that part. Like I already said, it's your opinion. Everybody have their different opinion. I'm liking the energy anyways. I must comment on you. But of course, in Nigeria win, I make you do this one. Say Nigeria not win. I don't know your TikTok. I know you should say you all go inside, but now you don't come out. This is what we want to say. If say Nigeria not win, I don't just have to call you. Say me come analyze because you don't say you too much. You know, like you too much. You said we do one or two things. But let me just say it now. That game yesterday was great. Nigeria was too good though. Forget now quality we get. Can't go. I do yesterday. We'll carry one small video just showing, and I mean I just watch. Nigeria played the game, entered Rwanda fans' head. Rwanda fans not come until they talk again. You know that we played the match yesterday, entered their head. Because right now we bring a story that says Super Eagles were not superior than us. And that's from Rwanda coach Abdallah Moroch. He's a good coach. He's managed Botswana. He's managed Malawi. Some countries that we know his story. But then, who has the better take? Watch this video, make it for yourself. Did they ask that question? Osimhen don't enter head. You see, they feel Osimhen. Watch this one.
Okay. Don't problems.
We are the same. Nigeria, Rwanda.
Okay.
We are together.
Victor Esmen.
Victor Esmen.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
The better side won.
Okay.
You agree? Yes. The better side won today. Yes.
One day, one time. One day, one time.
You will come back again.
Come back. Rwanda, we come back.
I believe you.
You know?
I believe you will come back.
Yes.
An unexpected game. When I say unexpected game, Rwanda has never been at the World Cup before. They would have loved to make their mark at the World Cup. You know, having that fiasco, you talk about that exposure in the biggest tournament where the world will be seeing USA, Mexico, and Canada uniting the world together just like one. But I take exception on that part because anyhow you want to say, Nigeria's 6 appearances at the World Cup, the better side on paper, the better side yesterday, we dominated. Now, you talk about what and what. I would have let you know, hopefully on Monday, I'll tell you more about that very game. But let's talk about this one now. Rwanda head coach Abdallah Moroch had acknowledged that his team performance allowed Nigeria to secure 2-0 victory in the World Cup qualifier. He criticized the manner in which they conceded both goals, referring to them as gifts. They were unacceptable, particularly with President Paul Kagame present. Now, that's the president, you know, Paul. Now, Amorosh expressed embarrassment over the team's early mistakes and emphasized the need for improvement. Despite the loss, he remains committed to regrouping and preparing for their next match. Of course, everybody knows he has to go back to drum board to get it all right. But, Egosa, I'm looking at the part where the coach is saying it's a gifted one. I might not really agree with him, but I'm looking at where we never got to score a later run. The pep talk really paid off. The break talk paid off. When Rwanda came out the other time, like in the second half, they came out different. They looked like a team looks like, what's the word? They were so uncertain. They don't even know what to do with the ball. They were just playing good football in their half. They really forgot that the opposition half is the best place to play the game. Press them in. But later on, the game changed. And I was not surprised to see Chelsea taking off Osimhen. Some said it was very quick. Some said it was not supposed to take him off. But looking at the club of player you have on your bench, it was not so wrong. But this man now, Abdallah Moroch, the coach of the Rwanda side, coming to say it's unacceptable because their president was present. And that's how bad. We're not going to play match for Nigeria. We say Tinubu go come watch. Our players going to play like that. But we saw the way the Super Eagles was able to contain them, condole them. They own the game, and Nigeria when they play like I said, they don't they fear. I look first 10 minutes before Osimhen scored 11 minutes. You know, there were no pressure. It felt like the message was clear. Go in there, enjoy yourself, give me great football, don't stop running, and it paid off. But for Rwanda coach, that thing when you're talking about true. Now gift be that. Tell me.
Wetin Rwanda coach dey talk, e dey only dey try dey save his face. You know when person lose in front of the president, make it not be like say he not get tactics, or maybe may not be like say he not know what they do. Now make how they talk what they talk yesterday. It is very evident. The Nigerian Super Eagles team controlled the beginning to the end tactically. If you look at the way we advanced forward, if you look at the way our midfield was mobile when compared to the previous 3 matches that we have played, you will discover that there is a huge improvement in the Super Eagles. That energy, that hunger, that bite that these boys have brought on board, and it paid off. And there was a disciplined Nigerian team yesterday. So for the Rwanda coach, Abdallah Moroch, coming out to say that it was a gift. I don't agree, because if you look at the way those 2 goals were scored, the first one was from a set piece, and we knew the classic cross that Ademola Lookman launched into the 18-yard box of the Rwandan team that led to the first goal by Victor Osimhen. If you look at the second goal, it can be likened to a Lionel Messi kind of goal. The kind of goal he scored against Bayern Munich, where he displaced a certain world-class Boateng, and he dinked the ball to the far corner of the net. So, if the coach can be present, seeing a Victor Osimhen scoring a world-class World Cup qualifying goal that is much talked about currently, for the past 12 hours they've been talking about that goal, and he's still coming out to say that it was a gift, that the goals are not better. He is only trying to save his ego. He's only trying to grease his ego, and he's only trying to create an impression that in front of his president Kagame, that subsequently they can do better. But who wants the 3 points better? Whose tactics worked better? Considering the fact that he conceded 2 goals at home to the Super Eagles team. I better make Adela Morush go sleep.
Okay, so I'm liking that energy from that man. Quickly, let's go to the comment section. I have those ones. James Oche Aqua is come to tell us right now on the comment section. Keep them coming. He says, good day, Kizzy K. The Super Eagles tried yesterday, but I will not judge them yet by just this one win yet. I have this one question to ask. This question is asking is very, very, very important. This is like, I'm going to justify this. I will talk about this on Monday, 11 a.m. Nigerian time. I will talk about this one. It's a very big question, but we just don't have to start analyzing it, but it looks like true. He said, his message is clear. He said, let me ask you this question. One question. Does it mean that without Victor Osimhen, Super Eagles cannot find the back of the net? Because I am worried, and it looks like it's true. Yes, it looks like it's true. He went as far as saying, after Osimhen was sub, we struggled in front of goal. Was it true? Yes. Hold on. And also, Seed is coming to say, guys, let's relax. This is just the first game. Let's continue to support them. Very, very true. We'll keep supporting them. And also, Oche is coming to say, secondly, honestly, I don't know why we keep inviting Iwobi. He might be good in his club side, but I think Chelsea should start doing something about replacing him. These are many more I might take. Thank you so much for everyone who was part of the show today. Egos, I see you. Thank you so much. Time is not our friend. We need to go, but on Monday, hopefully, I'll have you on the show for Monday. I'm liking this. You make your debut on Monday for me again. On Monday, we'll be here on the show to talk on the Sports Public Show, 11 a.m. Nigerian time. Great time with you, Egusa. And also to you watching, I don't know where you're watching from, but all the same, thank you so much for being part of the weekend kickoff. We do this again next week, Saturday, when we return. We analyze all of the Super Eagles stock, but we believe by Tuesday, the results will go our way. My name remains to be Kizzy K. And don't forget, I remain the only football player without a jersey. I'll see you on Monday, 11 a.m. Nigerian time for big analysis and then the news that you don't expect. Positive, hopefully. I'll see you. Stay safe.